Okay.
Okay, I'm recording now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I like to know when you burn. I forgot you were recording before. So, going back to the primer.
All right. Well,
So,
sorry, I was recording you. I've turned you off now. Okay.
oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks. I get what you're saying there. So, the number one selling line in the cosmetics range, the makeup primer. This one is a great one to test with clients when you've got a group around, because they can use the tiniest amount and rub it into the skin, and it just feels like silk. It feels amazing. And when you put it onto your face, it just gives you such a smooth feeling palette to work with. It's just fantastic. It helps give that flawless looking complexion and texture, and it visibly diminishes the look of fine lines and surface imperfections, which is what we all want these days. Our creams are doing their best. Our internal digestion is doing what we can with all the support we're giving it from Arbonne, but we then want to maximise the effect when we put our makeup on. So it also helps minimise the appearance of pores, which I think is a big concern for a lot of ladies, actually, the pores. So, and it helps makeup stay longer, last longer through the day, and stay true. So the colours shouldn't change. You've got a lovely surface to work on. And of course, it is dermatologically tested and ophthalmologist. So it's good stuff. With this, the magic science word, I'm trying to learn these science words. They're not tripping off tongue. It's a hyaluronic filling spheres that are in it.
Ooh.
And they prime the skin, create the soft canvas. Now, I don't know if I've said that right. Hyaluronic, hyaluronic, maybe. And it contains horsetail extract and green tea leaf extract with grapeseed extract, which are all great skin conditioning elements. So when we talk about our botanicals, they're the botanicals that are in our makeup primer. Once that's gone on, just throwing it around, you've got so many different options from Arbonne about which foundation to use. Now, this is where I am clueless.
Yeah.
So the I think
well, yeah, exactly. I've always been a little bit clueless, really. But
yeah, the CC cream. I mean, I think it's all to do with the coverage, really, that you're looking for. But the CC cream is just a great everyday one, and because it's got the 10-in-1 benefits to it, it's treating your skin as well. It's not just sort of sitting on the skin as a paint, if you like. It is a treatment for the skin. So I'll never remember all of these 10 benefits, but the 10 things, when you say it's 10-in-1, it's a primer, a protector, a concealer, a hydrator, a mattifier, a brightener, a blemish cover, a pore refiner, a comforter, and a complexion controller. I'll test you later on those.
A comforter.
Apparently, 92% of women agreed that the product soothed their skin through moisturisation. There you go. So
that's what I use on a daily basis.
Yeah, me.
I've never got braver and gone foundation.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, I just used the tinted moisturiser, and then I moved on to CC, and then somebody mentioned about the translucent powder, which actually takes the sheen off a little bit.
I use that as well.
Yeah, and that's what I've been using on a day-to-day basis. CC cream with the translucent powder put on with the lovely brush that comes in the brush set, just to set it all off.
Yeah.
That said, if they are looking for different looks, I used from the makeup box, I used the mineral foundation at the weekend. Friday night, actually, I used that, and I was really pleased because it says it's got a heavy coverage in the makeup guide. And I was thinking, am I going to end up looking like a drag queen when I put that on? But I bought the mineral brush, which is a really lovely chunky thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you apply it though? Because I used it for quite a while, but I was never really sure with the brush whether I was doing it like a stencil or. I mean, it's like a stencil brush.
Yeah, I do.
I think
stencil.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sort of the brush off before
then
you
I
start.
just went back to the CC cream. So.
Yeah, well, I think
I use the mineral. I use the mineral foundation because I find it much lighter, and I particularly like it in the summer. And then what I use is I use the bronzer to then touch up various areas. Like I use the bronzer as a blusher, and then to cover up my slightly whiter areas like the forehead and around the chin. And it works really well because if I'm not careful with foundation, I get a line around my chin. Even if I blend it down, it's quite obvious because I've got quite a pale neck. So I find the combination of the mineral powder and the bronzer work really well together.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was impressed with the mineral powder on Friday. It definitely was much lighter, the look, than I thought it was going to be, because I'd also tried the week before. I tried the foundation, which came in the makeup box, and I maybe the colour wasn't right for me, but I didn't love it. It didn't feel as nice on my skin as the CC cream did, and so I like the mineral powder as well. But I think the thing is, the makeup box gives you quite a good range of things to go at. So for those of you that have got them on the way, I think it's a good tool to have, because different people want to use different products, don't they? So if you can offer them the choice of different things and they can try them, then that can only be good.
And it's also what people are comfortable. If they're already using a foundation, they kind of want to replace like with like.
Yeah.
And then they can get a comparison for the feel.
Yeah, and with comparisons, because people are quite often devoted to the makeup brands that they use and the colours. There's a really good website called Foundation. So if you're ever asking, if you've got clients asking for colour matches for things they already use, because I'll quite say, well, I'm Ivory from number 7. The Foundation website, if you put in the brand that you're looking for, it'll give you a gazillion matches to it of all different brands. But Arbonne does come up. You sometimes have to look a long way down the list to get to it, because we're not a high street brand, but it does come up. So that's something just to be aware of, really, that exists. So
it's really clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very clever. And I think the way that this website is working is you can add to it. So if you find a good match, you can add it onto their recommended matches. So I think if we all sort of jumped on board from an Arbonne perspective and started to put our own matches that we find in, we'll sort of start to appear higher and higher up their list, because we'll be matching with more shades. So and given that
I'd be tempted to put some sort of jokey one on though, wouldn't you?
Tango.
Yeah, quite good.
For those in Essex who like to look tango, we suggest orange.
I was doing a very serious tip there, Candy. Now you've ruined it by going on tango.
Right, carry on.
It's fine. So foundation wise, I'm not going to tell you how to apply foundation. I think I've read so many different ways of doing it, and start at the top and work down the T shape, but then brush upwards or brush downwards or brush sideways. So I think we just
get it on your face, basically.
I have to say, for me, by the time I've remembered I'm supposed to be brushing up, not down, it's too late. It's all over the place.
And because I always put the CC cream on just with my hand, with my fingers.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I have been doing. I mean, in the brush set, you've got the foundation brush, and it is a lovely brush. I have to say, I already had a foundation brush.
Are they labelled to say which ones they are? Because I haven't.
Yeah, they're all labelled. Wait, I'll show you. Look, you get inside the case, you get a little guide.
Ooh. Brilliant.
If you like, if you can do French, you can read it in French on the back.
Shows you something different.
Yeah, completely different uses that side. It shows them all in detail, and apparently with your foundation brush, because that's having a wet foundation going onto it, you just can clean that with one of your face cleansers, whichever one you choose to use.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a recommended way to keep them clean. I suppose if you are going to use them on clients or at presentations, again, you want to sort of maintain hygiene, and that's the way to do it.
And in fact, actually, sorry, just jumping in there, because Alison's obviously done lots of these sort of makeup.
Yeah.
And she was saying on Saturday morning, the leaders' breakfast thing, about a spray that you can get from. Oh, bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah, basically, it's a antibacterial spray that you can use on the little brush things between people.
Yeah.
She put it on Facebook, didn't she, Candy?
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she put it on. It's either under, I think it's in Fiona's McCarthy Region Facebook page. She put it on there where you could get it from.
Okay.
I've missed
the photos of your team leaders meeting.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay.
Having said that, when you get your makeup box, you actually get tons and tons of little
brush things,
brushes, and they've even got, and these didn't come with the set, but they've got these little lip ones as well that came, or no, eyeliner ones that you can buy separately from the Arbonne page. So I've bought some extra They're really tiny. Can you see?
Oh,
That's an eyeliner one that they do, which doesn't come with a makeup box, but I thought it was worthwhile because people like to play with eyeliners, and that's one of the things that I'd be quite wary about having
Yeah.
something posted
Yeah.
about. So I
A
thought,
bit like the mascara brushes, isn't it? They do.
yeah, and they come. So if you buy a box, you get the mascara brushes as part of the makeup box. So I just added those little eyeliner ones on because I thought they were a useful thing to have. One day I might even use them and have some clients.
We need to do some of these things then. We need to have some makeup parties.
Yeah,
I'm
we think
up
we should.
for it now. I've gone complete circle.
Well, for me, it's the purchase point, isn't it? It's and all of us have got a little bit of makeup, even if we're not really big makeup users. We've all got a little sort of. I've got before pre-Arbonne, and to be honest, even post-Arbonne, I've got like 5 things that I use that makes my daily palette up.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, even for the least glamorous of us, you've got your little things that you go to, and you know, if I've got my 5 things, I can do my face. I'll be fit for the day. So yes, I think you're right. I think it's a really good way of sort of getting the products out there and getting people interested in, and just giving the opportunity to talk to people as well, isn't it? So
When Sarah, when I did it before, I found that the makeup was a great way. When I did parties, when I did Arbonne before, particularly people really liked the eyeliners because they came in good colours, but particularly because they were so soft.
yeah,
And they also liked the lip glosses and the lipsticks because they weren't that much they didn't have to pay much out of their purse for them, but also they could see an immediate result, and it was something, well, I'll wear that. They felt it was something they would wear and use every day, and they didn't have to part with that much money. So it was a great way of introducing the product to them.
yeah. No, I completely agree. And obviously with the box you'll get a certain amount of product with it, but you don't get everything. I think you get the essentials. So, you know, we were saying about using the bronzer as a great definer of shape, you know, sort of running through the, I was sort of thinking about it, it's like you make a figure 3 on your face where you're coming down from the brow to the cheek and to the jawline, and then you can use your highlighter to highlight above that if you want to go into a whole highlighting thing. I
love the highlighter. It makes such a difference. For me, it makes a huge difference on my cheekbones and my brows, and it lifts my brow. I've got quite heavy eyelids, and it lifts them, and I just love it. It's a fantastic product.
And I think I've had a lot of people saying that they mix that in with their CC cream as well. If they just want to give an overall radiant look, mix it in with the CC cream, just lifts it a little bit and gives you that slightly dewier, not shiny look, because obviously that's nobody wants to look like they've got a shiny face, but it does give you that sort of dewy, soft pearl type look. So it is a lovely product. And again, that's another one when you're demonstrating that people can see that lovely sheen it gives you straight away when you pass that round. So so what was I going to say as I'm sort of coming to a close really. The thing I thought was quite good, she says, looking into a box, is these, which Candy, I know that you came back with some of these from Vegas.
Yeah.
The samples, these are £2.50 if you're putting an order through, but they've got little test colours in them. And I thought, if you haven't got a full range of makeup for people to look at and test the colours, which I certainly haven't, and whilst I look to build it up over time, I won't have all the colours from day one. And people will, even with those the colour comparison charts they put onto the source, you can't really tell what colour a lipstick is unless you see the lipstick. So I thought that was sort of quite a good investment for if you were having people around for a makeup party, but you could use those because you could peel them open. People can use the little disposable lip brushes and they can actually have a try of them to see what those colours look like. So
What are they called, Sarah?
that's the Arbonne smoothed over colour card. Oh, hang on, I've deliberately printed out the codes for them because I struggled like mad to find them. So once I found them, I thought I'm not going to lose those now. Hang on a second.
I've got a box now.
Look at my big Arbonne
Yeah, I've got
folder.
one coming.
You've got, what's that, Sarah?
It's my Arbonne folder with all of my information in it.
Wow.
It's really, it's got tons of useful stuff in it. I sorted it all out properly at the weekend. So here we go.
Come and do mine.
Product tools. Let me tell you what it's called.
Oh, wait.
What?
So that has got a product code of 9148.
Yeah.
And then they also do the same version, say the lip glosses. So again, these are peelable, so you can actually get the true colours. So that's the Arbonne glossed over for the new lip gloss colours. And that is 9149. And
Thank you.
£2.50 well spent, I think, for a party.
Yeah.
Because if you can
Really
lots
good.
of girls playing with lots of colours, then that's going to work, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the other thing that I've been doing, and obviously we're all free to do as we like, but if we, you know, when you get our offers where you get your spend your QV up to £2.50 and you get your £65 for £20, that's where I've been buying extra cosmetics, because £65
right.
for cosmetics is actually quite a few bits to chuck into the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
So today I was very excited because I've got my olive eyeliner, which I was particularly taken with myself. So
Wow.
Sarah,
I know-
the olive was my most popular sale. People
Was
love
it?
the olive over the brown and the black because it was such a soft colour. But whatever eye colour it was used on, it really made the eyes pop.
oh, that's good.
Loved
I'm
it.
going
It
to
was
look
my most
amazing.
popular sale.
And that's
Oh.
what? The olive?
The olive, yeah.
Olive
Because
eyeliner.
the brown is too heavy. The brown and the black for a lot of people are too heavy, particularly in
Yeah.
summer.
Grey, charcoal.
And, and
so-
the olive is
Yeah,
a lovely soft
it's
colour.
nice.
Okay. Well, I'll play with it tomorrow and I'll see what I think. But I love the colour in the brochure, so I'm hoping that's quite good. Somebody told me as well with the eyeshadows, the Moss, which is a matte green. Apparently, it's almost impossible to buy a matte green eyeshadow. So it's just one of those things that we seem to have it where nobody else does. So it's worth just knowing that if people ever ask you about a matte green, it's the Moss, and that's very popular as well. I understand.
And
know-
because I did somebody up ages and ages ago, and I put a beautiful, beautiful blue. It looked like it was going to be really dark, but it came out. They always come out much lighter, don't they, than you think they're going to be? And
'Cause they're
I'm
very-
pretty sure it was called Midnight, and it would just looks absolutely gorgeous on her.
So that'll be next month's purchase then.
Yeah.
Was that eyeliner, Candy?
Shadow. Eyeshadow. Just going to grab my lead. Just
Yeah, there is one midnight. Yeah.
The other one I really like, which I've got, is the really dark. Is the dark purple, and that
Is
works
that-
really well. That doesn't come out nearly as heavy as you think.
Divine Plum?
Yeah, I was wearing that today, Sue.
All right. Yeah.
So Divine Plum comes in the makeup set, 'cause I've got that, but I haven't used it yet. So that one you'll get.
Oh, and something else to mention is the surprise bags are starting. Again, saw that. So basically it's 100 quid's worth of stuff for 20. Is it 20 or 30? 30 something. I don't know whether
Really?
33, isn't it?
33. Yeah.
So is that like a lucky dip sort of a bag?
Yes, yeah.
That
So
sounds
every
exciting.
time you do over 150, then you can get a surprise bag. So yeah, get all sorts of things.
Oh, how exciting. I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
Parties, but it'd be nice if you knew what you were getting.
Yeah. Yes.
I've still got stuff on my shelf that I've had in various flash buys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's the kind of thing that's nice to give away at parties, isn't it?
Exactly.
Bag.
Yeah.
Even if you only buy one and give it away as a prize or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where, you know, when we talked about, I mean, I still haven't really got my head around all this hosting things, but when Alison's been talking around giving away a goodie bag to the host, you know, or somebody wants to have a party, you do a host bag for them and you can put £50 worth of goods in them. That's ideal, isn't it? If you're buying surprise bags and you're getting all sorts, you can make a bag of lovely things. The other thing, did you see yesterday the teacher's gift that's gone on? That looked
Yeah, really good.
yeah,
I was
nice
thinking about putting it on our newsletter this week. I thought, blimey, that could be a way of getting a load of preferred clients, couldn't you, eh?
Yeah.
Get out there to 500 parents, job done. I'm going to be hitting those targets.
And then when all the kids bring in presents, you can sell them on. Win-win.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Do you have control over your school newsletter, Sarah?
Well, bizarrely, I have access to the website, but I don't know if I'll get into trouble. I do know that I'll get into trouble. So Oh dear.
Well, that was
Yeah.
very, very good. Thank you so much. Really good.
Yeah, really interesting.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait to start playing with my dogs.
at least with Candy getting one, we'll have one slightly nearer to home, won't we?
Yeah.
Because I'm just conscious of the fact that there's one in the region, but it's miles away.
Well, Sarah's got one.
Now got one.
So,
as well.
on to a winner.
Yeah. They're breeding now. I think there's loads of people getting them. Now they've extended it. You can get them beyond your startup pit. So,
Sorry, what did you say, Sue?
How much is it?
3, 2, 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A month's pension or something, that is. Don't you know?
Sorry, say again.
Nearly a month's pension or something, that is. 2/3 of a month's state pension.
Buy it with your first DM wage.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Right then. So we need some stuff in the diary, don't we? Make this happen. So when you were discussing stuff with Lucy and Nikki today, did you come up with any plan?
No, I mean, my plan's the same. We didn't really discuss that because, you know, obviously they'll need to do their own thing, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you sent out your little invite, do you think, or just?
No, I haven't got a date.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we can do a date then.
Yeah.
In fact, a few dates, because then obviously they. Yeah. Do you want to get anything in? I mean, you said you're busy at school and stuff this month, Sarah. But have you got any dates that you want to do?
I'm not without having to consult with other people first. So,
Okay.
I'll have to come back on that.
And yeah, so I'm happy to do anything here.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Like we did with your ladies before.
Yeah, I need to get back in touch with Wendy actually because I've got another thing to drop off to her. So.
Okay. Brilliant. Right then. So what I'll do is I'll email out the target thing. Yeah, is that all right? Happy with that?
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll go from there. I think we've learnt lots, haven't we, this evening?
Yeah, thanks for that, Sarah. That was really good.
Oh, I don't. Well, thank you for listening. I hope I didn't bore the pants off you.
No, honestly, you were
Not at all.
when this goes back on the when
Yeah.
this goes on the page, watch yourself back because that's always a good indicator. Because I think actually you know we don't actually watch ourselves ever, do we? And I started watching mine. I think, oh, actually, yeah, I'm not too bad.
Even actors don't, do they?
Yeah.
Doesn't appeal to me at all to watch myself back.
No, but you should because then you realise actually from the outside, you know, you're coming across a lot better than you think you are. Is my point.
I think you present really, really well. I heard you present last week and this week. I think you really do.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank
Sarah, well done.
It's like that Michelle last night. She was saying, "Oh, I'm so nervous," and but actually she came across brilliantly, and she seemed really relaxed, didn't she?
Yeah.
Considering
Once
subject
you've got-
matter and
Exactly. Once you've got over the kind of fear of standing up there and gosh, I'm in front of all these people, and actually you just get on with it, relax.
I think it's better there now. We haven't got the actual stage because that's a bit daunting.
Yes. Yeah.
Having to get right up there.
So it was a good night last night then, ladies.
Yes. Well, we were saying actually that it just felt a bit flat actually in the room, flatter than it has.
There weren't many there, were there?
No, there weren't that many there. So I think as well, well, like Zoe was saying, she hadn't had any fizz sticks. She was feeling a bit, and I think everybody was just a bit exhausted really after the end of the month. Trying to, you know, the whole hype of getting all the points in and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have. I mean, just the way it fell. If it had been a day or so later, it probably would have been better because everybody had time to relax a bit and then you know get off. But yeah, I mean, obviously good, but it just felt a little bit flatter than normal.
Oh, that's a shame.
To be buzzing more than normal. I was a bit surprised when we drove up because there weren't that many cars in the car park, and then when we got in there, I thought, where is everybody?
Yeah, but Yeah, so, well, I've got the recording. Did you get on the Zoom, either of you?
No, I didn't, because I just lay flat last night because yesterday just killed me. Although, as I say, today I've been brilliant. So I think whatever it is that's been out of place on my back has sort of gone back in overnight. So I'm feeling in fine fettle today. But yesterday, I haven't at the desk all day. I just was miserable, and I've decided that backache is just depressing. It's just
Yeah, it is.
Worst pain there is. Worse than birth, even.
It affects every tiny little bit of your body, doesn't it? Not just your back.
Absolutely. Because everything you do, you're kind of like
everything.
The minute you get a bad back, you drop things all the time. So you continually have to pick them up.
I said to Robin last week after I'd done it, I said, I swear I've dropped more in the